Please, I did nothing!
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
Let him go!
Beer, I'm sorry.
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
Be careful. The Botaro? He associated with foreign criminals. I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her. These wicked sorts overrun the Gullet and corrupt the Raparu. Our justice must be swift and firm. Hers is the first house you come to. Just there. You will probably find her there. To the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep. And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The Gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates. Are you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort. Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Periki's Overlook. It's your neck, Ikira. We will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back to your senses. After that, you are on your own. The guard will let you pass. Though I urge you to reconsider.
Was taking Botaro not enough for you? Botaro is gone. Dead. What more do you want? Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Botaro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks. We say the only thing that live in these depths are ghost eels. And fish eaten by ghost eels. Which are you? The traders say they bring riches in their big ships. But what reaches the Gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say. The Rowataians promise marvels, strong walls, and plenty for all. Akira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still I live here. And Botaro said we would finally leave. I heard a Rowataian captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. Botaro went and found her in the tavern. Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage. Everyone knows the Rowataians are made of brass. They listen only to their commanders. But still, maybe it goes different for you. Botaro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks. When he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Botaro. Suduzo. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. But she threw Botaro out. Always Botaro was careful with his words. Just like you. But a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters. I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer, it is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps. Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot. We are 6, 3 children, 2 babes, and me. Such a strange question. A Raparu child is the child of all Raparu. At least that is the way in the village where Botaro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children. We are 6. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you. After what happened, Batara would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rowatines. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body. Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valiants take slaves. They say the Principe smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rowatines have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there.
Consider it done.
How did you hear that? About the boss?
Ain't exactly an hole in the wall, is it? On, well, account of it being an hole in the floor. Never mind.
Hey, fresh face. Welcome to the hole. Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something? The hole's been here so long as there's been a gullet. Though it ain't always been mine. What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pants? Well, it's a bit of a story. See, I was born here. Right here, fresh face. Right on this counter. And I'll die here too, God's willing. Of course. What you need? Sure, I know a few folks who need coin. And a couple of them can even hold their liquor.
Never smelled meat like that before. All half-rotten and...
Why do you bother me, little kith? You're all little to me. Little and squishy. No, the gullet reeks of illness. The beds are too small. An imp tried to nest in my hair. And Firna, the tavern keeper, refuses to give me more than 1 day off a month. How am I supposed to hunt when I am chained to this stove? How do you mean? I don't work for free. This will do. For now.
Harami!
I am here, Seduzo Nui.
Do we expect any foreign merchants today?
We do not, Seduzo Nui.
Then state your business quickly. I want to avoid another surprise. The one who threatened me. I shall not soon forget him. These Huana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say. This fellow wanted passage on my ship. As if I were the village ferryman. I told him there was none to be had. Certainly not at his price. He told me he had coin. Lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who lives in a garbage heap have enough money for passage?
So you assumed the worst and threw him to the wolves?
No, you presumptuous Adiran. I assumed nothing until I saw the swollenette. I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the Gullet, but I did not realize how much so. I called for the guards, and they dragged him away. That is the last I saw of him. There's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by a dwarf named Orin. Why do you bring this to me? What did remorse ever accomplish? Besides, this Bataro brought trouble on himself. Yes, he should have known how to behave around civilized people. Pity will not pay my debts. Besides, look around. I cannot take every unfortunate to Rauatai. He and his people are gold-packed knights. Orin is... particular. Perhaps that is good. He just finished a contract to guard the Valian Luminous Mill. I hear animancers are also particular. He's upstairs. Just do not interrupt him if he's arranging things. What is your business with me? Nearly done, I hope. I sold a consignment of iron and cultural coral, and will return to Rauatai with vorals, merkberries, and Andra stars. Are you writing that down?
Nay, lass. We're merely moved to a momentary bout of verse by the beauty on display before me. They're very bawdy rhymes, Cap. Not meant for prim and proper mercantile types.
Anyway, that's what brought me here. The Royal DEADFIRE Company would frown on business in this district. But there's no harm if they don't know. Very well. I could take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths. I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3. Plus, the food and water they require. Send them to me. The sooner we leave, the better. And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is. Nearly done, I hope. I still most do. The Royal DEADFIRE. What is your business with me?
I'll have this open in no time. That'll do it. Not a problem.
He does this every time. Just have to wait.
Don't see why you'd spend all that time arranging your food if you aren't making it look like a funny face. I didn't see what Seduza was fussing about. Nothing wrong with being tidy.
Cheers. What do you require? Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction. and she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement. Out of the question. We're due in Takoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance. And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent. Damn, if that thing burns while we're still here.
What is your business with me?
I don't think so.
Excuse me, I must see to business. What do you require? We had a contract with the Valian Trading Company to defend one of their most valuable properties. If you're looking for work, I hardly recommend them. They pay well, and they pay on time.
Consistency in the shipping lanes. Good for types mercantile, but better for types piratical.
Did you say something?
Just admiring your spread, my lad. Nothing better after a meal than a ripe pair of melons.
A gold-packed knight is bound by his contract, and ours binds us to make all possible haste to Takoa. Booking passage on another ship on such short notice would be most expensive. Look around. The DEADFIRE is filled with misery, to say nothing of the gullet.
Folks like you ain't helping. Have a heart. Or is it already dead in your chest?
I have oaths to keep. Perhaps that means little to you, but I am bound by them. What better life do you imagine for them in Rawatai? They will only trade one misery for another. Besides, I have a contract to fulfill. All ships leaving for Rawatai are laden with luminous Adra and other rare goods. Mercenaries, even of our skill, do not rate so highly. So it does. Consider our business concluded.
What is your business with me? That is convenient for you. But never mind. If there's trouble, I'm staying out of it. The berths are paid for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me. Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to spill onto my decks.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life. What? Here's everything. Take it.
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Of course not. He worked on the docks, I'm sure of it. The Overseer looks for a reason to toss us below too. Such talk will bring him to our doorstep. What say, then?
Sometimes, Cap, you remind me of serving with Romaro, back on a sorcerer. More than halfway to heartwarming.
May Amira's winds ever blow sweet for you. We will pray always for you in this life and in each to come.
All right. Which one of us am I thinking of now?
You've caught the eye of someone important. If you're interested in making good pay, and a good friend, head to the Narrows at the western end of the Gullet. Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again, as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left. The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail. Tell them Dario sent for you. And remember your manners.
That's 10 in a row. That's some talent you got.
Aye, the talent of noticing who you be glancing at before you ask me who you be thinking of.
What say you, boy? I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do. I have heard much as well. People speak of your kindness, watcher who chases Aethus. I also hear the Raparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the Gullet, as Amira has shown me you would. Either way, you do not work for free. Is that what you mean to say, boy? I cannot fatten your coin purse, but the Raparu never forget a kindness. Do right by us, and all of Neketaka will speak your name. The Raparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly, it is an agony.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
This is the Juana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least. The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Kuaru provided skilled goods and services. The tribe takes care of the Raparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large. The Dawn Stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain, Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, we've had nothing. Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him, the Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do? Perhaps you can achieve what those of my caste cannot. If we cannot convince the Mataru nor the Principi, I believe the Dawn Stars may help us. Peatly is a child of the Dawn Stars, and has become the Gullet's most cherished healer. I believe she would willingly hear your request for charity. Speak, and I will listen. If we cannot convince Peatly is a child, you mean the black market that lies nestled in the depths of the Narrows. The guards do their best to stomp it out, but they are a single boot against 1,000 ants.
Them pox-riddled harbour hogs would be better served taking towels to the sea, for all the drying they'd give it.
I do not know how to get there, but someone at the tavern might. I've lived for many years in this gullet. My skin and bones have withered with each year, twisted harder, so that the Raparu now call me Taki Takiri. Though you can see, I am not very big or much sturdy. Both time and tragedy have rotted the gullet into a place of filth and crowdedness. Once, we Raparu lived in a fine neck of the city. But that time has fallen, and with it, the ruins of our old city under Neketaka. Long before the foreigners swarmed us, a sea quake rumbled our city, and the mountain cratered down. Many cried to Andra, and were swallowed for their efforts. Now the Mataru send us into the ruins of the old city to be punished. Within that pit lies darkness and death.
Peatly? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
I didn't see you there, Shody. I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick. Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be. That's not... Wait, you're the one Salwyn and the other Dawnstar's been talking about. In that case, maybe there is. There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable and hidden.
Is that wise? Keeping a room full of sick people in the most crowded district in the city?
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. We tried. But the one away is prize share. Meaning anything we'd give these people has to go through the palace. Best I can tell, our food went to the queen's table. Assuming it didn't rot in the storehouse first. That's a question for Salwyn. I'd ask her myself, but I got my hands full here. She's high priestess at the Temple of Gone. Tell her Peatly sent you. She'll listen. Probably. Need something? Because they've got Drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster. A gift from the Valians. Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients coughed so hard, she broke a rib. Eventually, It gets so bad, you can't hack it out. You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I hear it's a long, hard end. I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here. Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air. Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Raparu. You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it, and paying for it. Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town. But you might. Not meaning any offense, just that you seem like someone who's comfortable on that side of town. If not, I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing. About the only honest one. The Raparu here are treated like garbage. Even made to eat garbage from that scrap heap opposite the lift. Not that I need to tell you. And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver's Row. He runs most of the criminal mischief that goes on here. Some say he's an old Valian traditionalist. Either way, I steer clear of him. All the while, the Gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading company thugs. Others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace. As best we can. Most of us came from Raed Saris after the Vorlis Plot and the Saints War. Or we were born to families that did. We remember what it's like to scrape by. Some days, I think maybe this is why Aethys brought us to DEADFIRE. Other days, I'm too damn tired. About the only dot that I need, and Dario and his Principe scum. All the while, others hear stories of that's what Dario and his people say. They recruit Raparu to sneak things from the docks, report on meetings between traders. I can't blame the Raparu. Not when the alternative is eating from a trash pile. But I don't trust these Principe any more than I do the trading companies.
Difference being, lass, the Raparu be their customers and confederates alike. To the company bilge barnacles, they be only product.
And whenever the city authorities finally crack down, the Raparu will be caught in the middle. Some days, other days,
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
No, he's not gonna be back. I warned you.
Oh. Is that what she said?
The hero of the Riparu visits me at last. You must forgive the cryptic introduction, but I prefer to remain among the comforts of home.
Ahoy there, Dario. Been a tick or two, I ain't seen hide nor hair of your scurvy arse since I were on the Sorcerer.
I have been busy, as have you and your new friend, no? Though these are modest luxuries compared to those on offer at the palace. But had I only known there was a watcher in my midst, I would have extended the invitation sooner. I have a job. One that could use a watcher's skills. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me. Watchers see what many cannot. Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace. The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your genteel manners and unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city. It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts. Ages ago, it was part of a pair. But its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself. I do not believe in such superstition, of course. I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. What do you require? Patience? First, you must bring me the Cornet of Waves. Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants from the republics. Once, there were no sides. Only principi, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage.
He ain't blowing ballast, Cap. Don't mean there's a course to be charted back to the golden days, though.
But we need them still. The new bloods are principi too now. A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. Life in the DEADFIRE is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore. A most agreeable topic.
Traveler, have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare.
Need something? No doubt you'd fit right in. But getting there? That's dangerous business, Freshface. But it ain't none of my business, I suppose. If you're dead set on dying, you'll find Delver's Row in the Narrows. Those twisty alleys carved into the mountain on the west side of the Gullet. But since I heard you've been good to the folks around here, I'll tell you how to get there without getting yourself dead first. Take a right the first chance you get. Then keep going forward until you see a merchant stall. Look close. There's a secret hallway behind a curtain there. That's your entrance. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but all the same, you'd best watch yourself in Delver's Row. The crooks there will kill you just as soon as cheat you out of everything you own. If Dario doesn't gut you first. You stick around the Gullet long enough, you might find out.
It's the smell of cardamom that drew you, no? Or perhaps the sting of fresh pepper. Or maybe you seek something with a stronger bite. Then you'd best ask elsewhere. But careful. If the Mataru overseer hears there's a sickness, might be he has more questions for you. Food, of course. And so I have plenty.
Looking for something to sharpen the senses?
I know who you are. I make it my bag to keep my eyes on the new fish that end up in the Gullet. Rats round here been whispering about you. I'm guessing you're looking to buy some art, yeah? Depends on the craftsmanship required. Go on. That'll stir more trouble than it's worth. I know Dario is looking for that thing, but that type of dodge is gonna cost you something extra. Give me a day. A sensitive dodge like this takes time. Rest assured, you'll have your corner in hand by sunfall tomorrow.
Not a problem.
You need a blade or a bludgeon? Then you blunt your teeth talking to me. Go and see Ernesto. His shop is just across the way. Old Umani's...
That looks complicated.
You are looking for something, amico? Perhaps I have it. Ernesto has not seen you before. You must be new. Ah, but you are the one the Roparos speak of. They are most fond of you, but not so discreet. But how did you hear about this place? Wait, no. Do not tell me. Sometimes it is better not to know. There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quietly. Eh? I hope you are not ill. But never mind. If the Mataru come asking, I will not tell. But Drowner's lung is very serious, very deadly. The cure is not cheap. But how can one put a price on good health? If the price seems high, there is a certain little favor you could do for me instead. Belfetto. Though if your coin purse is so full, take care that others do not hear it jingle. Your medicine, as promised.
Hey, how did you do that? Can you do that again?
Bless his heart if his strength and good looks ever go.
There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quietly. Of course. Only do...
Let's see what's in here. Consider it done. Something approaches.
What is this Kith creature?
All right, I'll go first.
What secrets does it bring?
Let us see. Let us see.
Keep your weather eye open, Cap.
Any. All. You seek mysteries and revelations. Yes, you came to DEADFIRE. We wish to only see.
I don't trust this creature. At all.
His is a small mind, with small concerns.
Let us see. Let us see.
What is your business with the cellar woman? The one who calls herself Ernesto. As you say, we discern no difference. What is this droning sound? Yes, we saw it as the medicine you desire. There is a hidden entrance to her storeroom. Follow the wooden catwalk east of her shop. We want to see you betray Ernesto with her own secret. If you also exterminate her, then we can sell you special things at special prices. Though the other, she fears us. Ernesto sells many things. This is why her shop has a secret entrance. Follow the wooden cat. We dig.
A city under a city.
Another in the ruins.
It teems with young secrets. Your friends, the broken...
Yes.
You have been generous with us.
There is a place below the slums. Old, cold, and abandoned. Where the city swallows those it wishes forgotten. But this place was once part...
Delver's Row has plenty to offer, but it's that way. You think I'm standing here so I can tell you about it? Come on, go. That's up to Dario.
Ooh, have yourself a look at that, mate.
Him and the lantern. What did you do before you were a ship hunter?
Rough times, lass. Would spare you the telling, lest you be set on it.
I reckon I can handle it.
Crew I will if they give me any job they thought like...
Need something? That could save an awful lot of sick people. That's the stuff, all right. Thank you. That's from me and from the children of the Dawnstars. If you'll excuse me, I better start treating the sickest one.
great fetching.